Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and Genshin Impact's anniversary was yesterday. As you might have probably heard, it ended up being a bit of a disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a game that was once the most highly reviewed game on the Google Play Store, all the way dropping down to a juicy 2.4 stars. You see all those 5-star reviews? This is what happened right after the anniversary event. Now, to be honest with you, I think psychologists will look at the Genshin Impact community. For psychologists, that community and some of the key members are like a wet dream to analyze. Now, for me, I've been interested in Genshin Impact since day -200. When one user decided after they saw the reveal trailer for the game and it had an inspiration from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, they were gonna break a PlayStation 4 in protest. Woo! You must have really showed Sony there. Oh boy! I wonder what the logical thinking on that one was. I'm gonna buy a PlayStation from Sony. I'm gonna give a billion-dollar company money, and I'm gonna break the product too. I 100% bet you this guy ended up buying another PlayStation anyways. I don't understand. I still to this day try to piece together the logic over here. How you can be this ass mad over a video game announcement that you end up doing dumb shit like this. Now, to move on forward, ladies and gentlemen, Genshin Impact has had some severe sort of, at least MiHoYo, some of their key members, some of their key community players have definitely caused a bit of internet news from time to time. A while back, we literally looked at an individual who got so mad over bunny girls that they ended up literally running an assassination plot against the developers and key executive members of MiHoYo, the developers of Genshin Impact, over another game that they were making. If you don't believe me, just look up MiHoYo assassination attempt. You'll find it out there. It's crazy. I made a video on it. Now, to understand, Genshin Impact apparently was one of the most beloved games, right? For a long time. You sign on to Google Play, you sign on to anything, this was the highest rated gacha game you could ever find. In fact, as far as gacha games go, I'm one of the people that is most critical of gacha games, because to me, this stuff is basically like a slot machine anyways, and Genshin Impact isn't too far off from that. The only thing that separates Genshin Impact from a true, like, absolute degen gacha gambling simulator is that Genshin Impact actually has some pretty decent gameplay. Okay? Like, there's a reason you're waiting for new content to drop in this game. You're waiting for new worlds to explore, new characters to go and unlock and then build for. There's something in this game beyond just sitting down and just unlocking packs day in and day out, okay? And there's actually a story to it, okay? I'm not the key expert of it, but there is a story. So anyways, it was one of the most highest rated games on Google Play. Not anymore. It's 2.4 stars. Earlier today when I was really looking into this, because I'm basically a bystander, okay? I look at this stuff because it's an interesting thing to me in the gaming sphere. This was at like 1.8 stars yet. 1.8 out of 5, okay? This got review bombed. Now, of course, Google's probably going to fix the review bombing because it is review bombing. At the end of the day, a lot of Google and various services remove it. But if you look at it, the 5 stars were happy players. The 1 stars were unhappy players. And you might be like, why are they unhappy all of a sudden, especially on the day of its birthday, on the anniversary? Well, it's because the rewards that Genshin Impact was handing out was literally nothing at all. I would have to say that the crack dealer down the street on the anniversary of the time they started selling crack would give their clients a bit more crack, a sort of a gift, sort of like congratulations for being a degenerate and coming to me for your addictions. Here's a little bit extra. Here's a hit on me, brother. And unfortunately, in Genshin Impact's case, in MiHoYo's case, they just weren't ready to give that hit. Now, I've been a big player of Grand Theft Auto Online and Rainbow Six Siege. For us, anniversaries and events in video games are a big deal, okay? We get them from time to time. Developers and publishers like to put that in video games to sort of keep the community coming back, and just, it's kind of a way to give back and to sort of drum up hype for a game. Myself, me included, I am an adult, and I have realized in my adult years, the more older I've grown, is to set your expectations so low that you will never, ever, ever be disappointed. So when I play Grand Theft Auto Online, which, by the way, everybody playing that game, we might as well just be cuckolds at this point. When we play GT Online, we set our expectations so low, and somehow even Rockstar decides to step on them even further. But Rockstar is one of those companies where sometimes they will, out of all good consciousness, or whether it's a glitch in the system, or somehow they woke up without a stick up their ass, will give us like $200,000 every once in a while. Congratulations, okay? Go buy yourself a candy bar, kid. Good Good job. Want to buy a car? Better fucking run those heists for three hours in a row. Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to Rainbow Six Siege, from my experience, Ubisoft will from time to time, in between the battle passes and bullshit, will sometimes give us a free operator to unlock and play with, which is kind of a cool thing, you know? Instead of grinding for like 10 hours to save up currency to unlock an operator in that game, sometimes they'll just give you an alpha pack with an operator in it, and I think that's genuinely cool. They decided to run this this event. Ooh, you get an intertwined fate, which basically is one spin on the slot machine, okay? You get one spin. Day 2, they give you in-game currency, all right? Just money to spend in the game. Not the in-game microtransaction currency. Don't think you're that lucky, kid. Day 3, you get 2 spins on the slot machine. Day 4, you get some enhancement material, pretty good, breedable. Day 5, you get 2 more spins on the slot machine, and Heroes Wit cards later on. And then day 7, apparently it's all going crazy, you get 5 spins on the slot machine. Totally, you get 10, which is basically 1 super premium spin. In fact, I'm going to spend mine right here in front of you on camera, okay? I got the game fired up on my phone. Let me, reconnect to server real quick. Come on now. Hell yeah, dude, you click that big-ass wish button, so I'm going to try unlocking the new character, Sangonomiya Kokomi, okay? I'm going to try unlocking this new character. Just watch it real quick, buckos. I'm going to hit the one wish. Am I actually going to get this character? I don't think I am. I got like blues. That's not poggers. Oh, hell yeah, boys! I got myself a 3-star sword! Woohoo! See, if you say your expectations really low, you'll always be satisfied. I could have probably expected to get the best unlock, but I didn't. And that's why I'm not disappointed. Now, to understand that character you just saw... Oh, by the way, I just want you to repeat. I'm so close to deleting the game. Do it. Delete it. Get your 6 gigs in storage back, bucko. Now, to understand, the character that I was just trying to unlock was also not exactly entirely accepted by the community as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Kokomi, unfortunately, was a character that, I don't know, for some reason, maybe she's not breedable enough. I actually think the more logical reason is that her skill set and some of her passives just weren't that accepted by the community. She wasn't exactly the greatest character to add. Basically, if you want a Rainbow Six Siege comparison, she's like Amaru on release. Nobody really understood how to play her except the real wild ones. Now, of course, because people didn't like the player, okay, they decided to actually, some people, not all, okay, I hate how the media makes it out like, some idiots, some losers, some actual degenerates went out of their way to harass the voice actress, the Chinese voice actress for the character, and end up having her, like, shut down harassment on her live stream. I'm going to tell you this much right now, okay? I'm not going to tell you all to touch grass. I'm going to tell you to go fuck some grass and make kids with it. Because what does a voice actor have anything to do with the character design and character ability in the actual game is beyond me. It's like me getting mad at Clash and Rainbow Six Siege, which would never happen because I love Clash, and then suddenly complaining to her voice actress about why that character is so bad. You think the voice actress gives a shit? They were paid to voice act in a video game. I highly doubt they know much more about the character than the few lines they had to read. Get out of here! See, it's why it makes, like, sympathizing with some of the community members and some of the, you know, people who are in the MiHoYo community really difficult, okay? Because there are genuinely some bad apples that are peppered through. But that doesn't mean that some of the complaints aren't actually real. Now, of course, you can understand the rewards I just showed you a bit back didn't exactly come across as too favorable. Alright, now to understand, I'm going to just state this for the record. It is not expensive at all for MiHoYo to give you guys one legendary character. With a lot of these gacha games and mobile games, it's not like they're fucking printing cryptocurrency, okay? All of this stuff is literally done on a data center, okay? All these credits that they hand out and give to your accounts, this is all like basic. The upkeep cost for this is incredibly low. Companies like MiHoYo, which can make upwards of over $1 billion, can definitely give back one legendary 5-star character once a year to their player base. It's not completely unreasonable. Like I said very much at the beginning of the video, if Rockstar can somehow decide to give back to the community, I think MiHoYo can too. Now, MiHoYo didn't do that. They just gave you some spins on the slot machine and called it a day. Maybe some, actually, watch this one. This is their 1-year anniversary community preview, right? Their events preview. So they had like a web event for you free to jump into, which I guess you could watch your own anniversary theater and get like some primo gems out of it, which is the, which is the actual premium currency. Then they had like more web events where you had a 10% chance to win a $5 blessing, or a 90% chance to win 100,000 in-game, non-premium currency. Like October 7th to the 13th, they had a let's solve word puzzles. Calm down there. Word puzzles? What the fuck is this, kindergarten, bro? Get out of here. Let's solve word puzzles. Oh man, it just keeps getting better. Now, of course, when you look into the community members, they weren't too happy with the rewards they were getting. Basically, after a year, people said, fix Genshin Impact anniversary rewards. Oh boy, that 1 star is really going to show them. Now, to really finalize some of this, obviously the rewards aren't exactly the craziest rewards that you can get, but I kind of find it really difficult because none of these things were explicitly promised well in advance. This anniversary sort of came, and MiHoYo was relatively radio silent and kind of still is throughout the whole thing. Honestly, as far as I can really understand, given MiHoYo's history, they're probably going to walk away with this, and nobody's going to care after like 2 weeks anyways. This is like massive outrage for the game that tends to kick up, especially on social media. But again, with a lot of these games, it just tends to die down after a week or two anyways. The player base is pretty solid for a lot of these titles. Now, I think what people need to realize is at the end of the day, this is still a gacha game, okay? While Genshin Impact is a very good gacha game, the gacha elements are still very much deep-seated into it. There's actually a lot of good reasons that another person came up with. For instance, this guy came up with a few things they could have done for the anniversary. For instance, they could have given you some skins, which again should have been something that should have been there. I think a skin would have made sense for the anniversary. What game doesn't do that? Is special furniture commemorating the anniversary, like a table with cakes and desserts. I like cake, okay? God damn. In-game decorations for the main cities, not the stupid 1/over Paimon and the logo doesn't count. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I agree. Some goddamn decorations, maybe a banner. In-game events, 2 times in XP and Mora. That is the least they can do. Rockstar will give you double payouts for some jobs. Hey guys, you can make 20,000 GTA dollars instead of 10. Come on, if Rockstar can do it, you can too, MiHoYo. Come on. Resins, basically, for those of you who don't know, are kind of like a regenerating item, which basically is something used for like the endgame high tier players. In-game events like racing, flying, fishing. Whoa, you're telling them to develop a game? Whoa, slow down there. It's still a gacha title. Most gacha games are like this, okay? At the end of the day, it's literally just a slot machine to guide in a bunch of whales. That's where most of these games rake in their billions of dollars from. You get one whale to jump into the story, and once you get a whale, they're worth about the price of 1,000 regular players anyways. The only people really affected by this are usually those in the free-to-play camp. Now look, I get the outrage, I understand it. These are pretty shitty rewards when you put this many hours into a game. And to be honest with you, when you play any game or any big piece of media, yeah, they're literally alive because of the community. Do you think Siege would be popular if it wasn't for the community that surrounds it? Absolutely not. Siege's biggest benefit was having a community get into it. GTA's biggest thing was having a community jump into it. Same with Genshin Impact. However, in those cases, once the whales settle in and start spending a crap ton on battle passes and microtransactions, well, it seems like we all take a sidestep. Give at least a $10 character once a year to your player base. It doesn't even have to be a good $10 character. As long as that shit says 5 stars, you've made everyone happy. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and once again, I just want to let you all know, never get your hopes up. Keep your expectations low, and you'll never be disappointed. It's the mantra I live by. This is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.